NFL Week 8 is upon us, guys. We're halfway through the season. Time's flying by, but it's time to make some money. If you guys caught on to last week's show, you made money. 5 and 2, our biggest play of the week hit. College football stays hot. Last 2 weeks, I've given you 2 plays. They've both won. And this week, I'm going to give you the third college football winner in a row. 8 and 3 over my last 11 college football plays. MLB's hot. NFL is starting to heat up. We've hit our last 3. And this week, the goal is to go undefeated. So stay tuned. This week, I'm also going to give you guys my first $10,000 shark play. Yes, $10,000 shark play, 11 and 4 over my last 15. This is my top play. I don't have them frequently at all. As a matter of fact, it's my first one this season, and we're in week 8. It's a big one. As always, I'm going to sprinkle it in between the show. So let's get to it, guys. But wait, before I do, I want to just say one thing. The Tilapias, the Dolphins, guys, they got exposed again. The Tilapias, the Dolphins, are they the team that everybody's saying that they're set out to be? I don't know. I called it last week. They were going to get fried. The Eagles ate them alive. And I know that hurts, but let's say hi to Salim. How are you, bro?
What's up, bro? What an intro. Definitely disappointed in my squad. I can't tell you they're in the top 5 power rankings, all that power ranking top bullshit
5,
that ESPN keeps bringing out and putting them first and second, bro. These guys aren't showing up, man.
They're not
disappointed.
Man. They're not. In my opinion, they're not even a top 3, top 4 right now, especially after those 2 games where they're getting exposed against good teams. Because you can beat the Giants any day of the week, but if you can't beat the Bills, the Eagles, and teams that they're probably Super Bowl contenders, then you're not going to do anything. We saw what Tua did again at the very end. He fucked it up. 3rd and 10, threw an interception that, why'd he throw that? He lobbed it up, man. I didn't like the throw, but so be it, man. I've been calling this from day one. I don't believe in Tua. Tua's a scrub. Tua's not a franchise quarterback. Tua's a good quarterback for Alabama. Yeah, man, in college. But football, men's sports, no, bro, he's not. That guy needs to get benched. You need to put White in. But that's for another day.
Every time he throws a pick, I think of you, bro.
You're probably like, fuck, he's going to call it out. Nah, bro, but it's true. But whatever, man. Fuck the Dolphins. Let's get to NFL, some picks, some week 8 action. So first game I'm going to touch upon, I'm recording this Wednesday, guys, October 25th. The first game I'm going to talk about is on Thursday's game. It's the Bills versus the Bucks. I really love the Bucks in this game. Plus 8.5. You're seeing what the Bills have been doing over the last 3 games. They've been struggling to cover against teams that they should cover against. They lost last week against the Patriots, one of the worst teams in the NFL so far. And they've just been getting exposed. Now, they did destroy the Dolphins, but the Dolphins are a shitty team, so that doesn't count for anything. I really believe that in this case, the Bucks are going to step up. The Bucks have great defense, guys. The last 2 games they've lost it. They lost it to the Falcons and the Lions. But let's look back a little bit. Against the Lions, we had a situation where Baker didn't have enough protection, and he was overthrowing the ball. Had he made 2 throws that seemed like they were going to be touchdowns correctly, if he had more time, that game would have gone completely differently. And versus the Falcons, he didn't play as well, but I think in this case, 8.5 is a lot of points to give a team that's coming from back-to-back losses. They need this win. They're 3 and 3. Yes, I know the counter argument is, all right, Buffalo, they just lost at home, bounce back game. Sure, they will win that game, but 8.5 points is a lot. But most of you guys won't be able to take that action because this video won't be released till then, but I wanted to touch upon it. What's your thoughts on that game, Salim? I know you had some player props on that one.
Yeah, man, I like it. I think Mike Evans continues to ball. I think he finds the end zone again. And like you said, I think Baker is a good quarterback, so I see him having a solid game. I think 8.5, way too much.
8.5 is a lot of points for that game. And it's Thursday, so let's move on to the second game that I really like this weekend. Falcons Titans. Titans opened up a bit favorite. Now with the uncertainty of the quarterback, they got pushed up to 2.5 underdogs. And I'm taking the favorites in this point. I will take the Falcons. I like how they're playing. I like the scrappiness behind them. Yes, they don't have an all-star QB. Yes, your team is young, but they find ways to win. They move the ball. They defend well. Bijan's going to be back this weekend. I love Bijan. That guy's a beast, bro. That guy's going to be a stud. And the Titans, man, is just a team that they've been very back and forth. Derrick Henry looks like he's past his prime. He's not looking good at all. And it pisses me off because I drafted him first. If you guys play fantasy, I was the idiot that drafted him first when I had the 2nd round pick. I could have picked McCaffrey and I picked Henry. I could have picked Tyreek Hill and I picked Henry. Big fucking believer in the guy, so he's let me down. But yes, in this case right here, man, versus the Falcons, I don't see how the Titans are going to take this game the way they're playing with the uncertainty of the quarterback. It's one of those games, man. I want to see what happens that day with injuries and all that, but Falcons are my lean on that game. So you guys know, when I give you guys these picks, I typically look at my plays and I make a top 5 plays based on my rules and systems. And from there, I pick my plays. So these are the plays that are in my top 5 plays. Does it mean that I'm going to take them? Not necessarily, but I am going to take 1 or 2 of these plays like I have the past few weeks. If you look at my results, I only take 1 to 2 plays a day. So keep that in mind. Follow my Telegram. If you're not in it, it's in the link below. It's completely free, guys. Completely free. You get action. I'm 8-3 over the last 11 plays, and it's free action. So join that because I post there more in depth what I'm going to take Sunday. Now, with that said, let's go to game 3 actually, because we talked on the Bucks game. This game is not my shark play, but it is a college football play that I love this weekend. And again, 8-3 over my last 11 college football plays. I love this game. It's Duke against Louisville. They're going to Louisville again, back-to-back away games. Louisville's going to win that game. They're 4.5 favorites. I would lean on the money line. It's a little heavier, yes, but they're home. They're a team that's scrappy. They're a team that's probably going to shake up Duke. Florida State was able to shake them up late in the game last week and covered the spread. I think this game is going to go a little bit differently. I think Louisville will dominate this game pretty much from the beginning. Why? Because they run the ball a lot. They depend a lot on running the ball on the ground, which is going to tire Duke's defense, and they're going to probably control most of the game. FSU, on the other hand, they're an explosive team that throws big plays, and that's my team. I went to Florida State, guys. But there's a difference in games, so you're going to give Duke opportunities to score points if you're scoring points really fast, and that happened in the beginning. They were going back and forth for a bit, and then FSU, the dominant team they are, the future national champions, came through and won and covered. I took that game, by the way, guys. I think I talked about that game last week.
Yeah, you did.
So Florida State, I would bet them to win the championship. I'm not saying to do it, but based on what I'm seeing, I take them. But Louisville's a play right there, guys. I've given you guys 3 leans so far already, 2 of them which will happen Saturday and Sunday. Invest, don't gamble. Less is more. You don't need to be taking 10 plays every fucking day. 1 to 2 is enough if you're betting the right way. Before I continue on to my last 2 plays and to sprinkle on the $10,000 shark play, by the way, 11-4 over my last 15 shark plays. 11-4. Yes, you heard that. Before I do that, let's go on and talk to Salim here about his player props. Let's get some player props actions. Let's get some dubs. Because we need them, bro. We need them. These player props, we need some results from them. The crowd's pissed that you're not providing the results we're looking for from the player props.
They're leaving mean comments. Nah, but I think Bijan bounces back. Obviously, he didn't play, or he played very little last week, which was weird. I think he comes back and has a dominant game. I'm officially on the Ridley no-fly zone. That guy's terrible. That guy has
they don't throw to him, bro. That guy, it's crazy.
And when they throw it to him, the guy's like triple covered, has a pass interference. Like, it's just impossible with him. But other than that, before you continue on your plays, I do see Green Bay's Aaron Jones having a solid game just because he was on a snap count last week. So I want to see what he does with a full workload. And then Burrow and the Bengals. I think fantasy-wise, I think that whole team is going to have a good game.
There you go. It's actually leading to one of my plays, man. I think Burrow's going to have a big week. I think we're going to see a lot of what we saw last year, where they started 0-2. This year they started 0-3, and they're bouncing back. And Burrow's a stud, man. Burrow's a stud. He faced injuries early on. That's why he was playing bad. But what we're seeing from Brock Purdy, what we're seeing from the 49ers, we're seeing a bit of regression, which is normal, especially with a quarterback that's that young. We saw him this past weekend try to do things that he typically doesn't do. And it cost him, man. I think one of the main plays that caught my attention that he did was he had an open guy and he decided to turn and try to run, and then he got sacked and he fumbled the ball. Is that too much confidence? I'm not sure what's going on, but the 49ers are looking a little bit vulnerable right now. Samuel wasn't playing. Kittle's still playing well, but I feel like they need to include him a bit more, especially when Debo's not there. McCaffrey's still being the stud he is, man. Every game he has a touchdown. It's going to be an intriguing game, but you're facing Burrow. You're facing Jamar Chase, Mixon, and you're facing a team that had a bye week and had a whole week to prepare for you. And you're going to play them. To me, it's more of I'm taking a quarterback over a quarterback. A quarterback that had time versus a quarterback that's struggling and is probably shaken up, man. All of a sudden, he's lost 2. He started the season extremely well, and all of a sudden he's shitting the bed after really having a great career so far. I'm not saying he's done for, but that's going to shock the system a bit, and it's going to make him a bit nervous. And you're going against Joe Burrow, which right now, him and Mahomes are like the faces of the NFL for young quarterbacks. So I think 5.5 is a lot of fucking points, guys, against this team. I know they're playing in San Francisco, but that bye week is crucial for a quarterback like Joe Burrow. It's like Tom Brady having a bye week and being able to study up what you're doing, the defense, every little movement. That's a big edge. edge. And Joe Burrow's one of the best quarterbacks in the league compared to Brock Purdy. Coaching-wise, San Francisco has the edge. Defense-wise, San Francisco has the edge. Running-wise, San Francisco has the edge. Does San Francisco win that game? Most likely. But does Burrow keep it close? Yes, they do. That's my play for there. Bengals +6, +5.5. I do believe as the game gets closer to the day, the line is going to push down. Right now, it's sitting at 6, and it's been hovering between 5.5. It's going to go down to 5. Keep an eye on that. Burrow and team and company are going to come in, cover, hopefully win. I'd like to see them win. I'm a big fan of Burrows. That's it. That's one of the plays. And then the second play, before I let you guys know which one the $10,000 shark play is, the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos against Kansas City Chiefs, man. Another spread that I'm really loving. We saw Denver last week finally putting up a nice win. Kansas City Chiefs are balling. I'm not saying they're not, but I do believe it's a game that will be covered. They're going to Denver. Playing in Denver is always tough. Kansas City Chiefs, the last 4 games, they've covered 1 out of the last 4 versus Denver. Denver has covered the last 4. Denver just has, in my opinion, an edge in this game because of home court advantage, because they just won this past game, and because Kansas City Chiefs are probably going to underestimate this game. This game ends by a touchdown. It's a typical game where, like we saw versus the Jets, in my opinion. Same thing. Kansas City Chiefs can and should cover, but will they? I don't think so. I do believe Denver takes that game, but we got burned last week with the Chargers against the Chiefs, so it's something that's in my mind, and it's, again, that one's a lean. My main play, my main $10,000 shark play this week is the Bengals. Joe Burrow, Bengals, that's the $10,000 shark play, guys. Again, 11-4 over my last 15. This is a big play. Again, I don't throw this too often. Play it. Join the Telegram. Let me confirm it Sunday as well, because remember, there's sometimes injuries that happen and might deter me from taking this play. So make sure you're in the Telegram so I provide you those updates and you're not taking a play that I'm not taking anymore. That's the way you can get a hold of me, and that's where I communicate to all my clients, all my subscribers, and all of the above. So that's this week. We went 5-2 last week. I've given you guys 4 plays this week. 4 to 5 plays. One of them was the Bucks, which it's Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say 4 because it's the 4 plays that you guys are going to be able to take. Out of those 4, 3-1, 4-0. 3-1, 4-0, I'm calling it right here. And then after I go 3-1 and 4-0, I'm going to post a reel on my Instagram saying how I called this out. And you guys are going to be like, damn, he was right. I suggest you guys take this. Is the type of season and point in the season where I start heating up with NFL. I just know it. I've been doing this for a long time to know my trends, how I work, my routines, and how these systems work. I've been calling it for the past 2 weeks. The tides are going to turn for NFL. Listen up. Take that action. Kick your bookie's ass. Invest, don't gamble. And just thank me later, guys. This is free action. So you guys know, before I let you guys know, and before I let Salim give his final words, soon, in the next couple weeks, I will be starting to make videos on NBA as well. NBA and college basketball are my best sport. MLB and basketball are my best sports. Then comes football. I'll keep it real with you guys. Football is not my best sport, but I still profit. I profit year over year on it, but what gives me my best returns? NBA and MLB. As you guys have seen me in MLB, my system plays crushed. Close to 70% win rate this year, man. That's crazy. 68.6% win rate. Over 80, 90 plays. That speaks for itself. But that's pretty much it, man. You got anything else to say?
Let's go Dolphins, man. Let's go watch another beatdown of a terrible team.
Yeah, guys. Patriots win this weekend too, by the way. I see that happening this weekend. Yeah, Patriots are going to cover and possibly win. I'm telling you, man, Tua's going to get benched by week 12.
If that happens, I'll wear a Tom Brady jersey or something next week.
If Tua gets benched, no. If the Dolphins lose, you have to wear a shirt saying Tua sucks. That's what you'll have to do.
That's a deal. Let's do it.
Again, if you don't follow my pages, they're on the link below. Join the free Telegram. That's where I post free plays. And if you don't track your plays, you're missing out, because that's a big part of winning in this industry long term. I've given all my clients a free downloadable pro tracker that I've created and I personally use. So I'm giving it to you for free too. Since you're watching this, it's also in the link below. You'll see free pro tracker. Just click the link and I'll send it over. With that said, guys, let's crush the week, win the week, and I'll see you guys next week. Salo, let's go Patriots.